everyone, it's Willis, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand, and I just thought I'd share some flowers that I've been making this over the last 2 weeks probably, because I've been busy putting up videos of chosen challenge entries, and I've been working behind the scenes on a lot of different things, but they're things that I can't actually post up at the moment. So I thought, rather than just, look as if I'm doing absolutely nothing when I'm really busy, that I would pop up some of the flowers. Now, I've been making a lot of flowers for my fabric album that I'm working on, which is a commemorative album, and that will be put up. It's not quite finished yet, but it's in the finishing stages. That's not going to be put up till mid-July because it is a commemorative album and it's commemorating an event. So it goes up on a certain date, which is going to be late 17th or early 18th of July. Yeah, so that's getting pretty close now. But anyway, so I've been making lots and lots of handmade flowers for that album, and a lot of them are in the album, of course, but I've made lots of spares. I just thought I'd put you here, this here, instead of you sitting here staring at a navy blue velvet background. I thought I'd put that there. This is my gorgeous granddaughter Cicely, and she lives in America, and this is her little brother Noma, and he lives in America also. I haven't seen them since 2012 when we were there, but I miss them. Anyway, okay, so dark colours show up every single little bit of fur and mark, and so so here's these flowers that I've been making. This actual centre, which is just fascinating, it's a whole lot of different things. I'm pretty sure this came from Irene, Seriously Scrapping, over in Australia, when we did, it was either part of a prize giving or a rack, I'm not sure which. But anyway, this flower is just, it's a very sort of an ivory coloured chiffon, and which I was lucky enough to pick up a very large piece that had been made into a single door curtain from a thrift shop or op shop, charity shop, for about $3, and it's lovely. It's just perfect for flower making. So yeah, this one has just been made with a running stitch, and I've got some eyelet trim here in a lovely pale champagne colour, and that's that gorgeous centre that Irene gave me, or gifted to me, or gave me as a prize, not sure which. This here, just one of these little 5-petaled flowers. You actually sew them from a full circle. There are tutorials for this on YouTube, but for people who don't know, I would be happy to do a tutorial. They're quick, they're easy, and they're quite effective, but I'm sure most of you have seen it. This is just a little crocheted flower that came in a swap that I did with Evelyn. That's Evelyn 0861 in America. I'm intending to put a little centre in here, but I've just got to search through my stash of bling and find a suitable one. This is again the same flower, but here I've cut out a bit of a gauze ribbon that I had and just put it across there, and then I've put this this is a full round pearl. I've just popped that in there. Little pale, variegated pale pink, same design, but it's 5 petals down the bottom and 4 petals at the front, at the top layer. I could have put 3 petals. You can make this however many petals you want, depending on how many petals you use. It depends on the size. So this has just got a brad, a pearl brad, and this again comes from Irene in either the prize giving or the little rack that she gave, or the big rack that she gave me. And this was made out of a scarf that was all different. It came from the palest pink right through to the deepest rose pink. So I just cut it out randomly, and that's what that turned out like. This is one of my rolled roses. I'm just starting to, I wouldn't say perfect the art of rolling roses, but I'm getting better at them. So that's that. They're quite dimensional. I just finished that off with a little bit of thing around the raw edge at the bottom. I was quite pleased with the way that's come out. I've done several of those in different fabrics. That's just in a sort of a cottony fabric with a sheen on it. These are the, I love doing these particular ones. These are the ones that are, you can do them as big as you want or as high as you want. They're just made, you start off with a square, a roughly cut square, and you fold it, and your folding turns it into this lovely thing. Then you can layer it however many layers you want, or keep going however big you want it. And in the centre of that I've just put a Wild Orchid Craft rose, which is sort of a cream colour, very I can't even talk properly, very tinged with a very pale pink. I'll get it out sooner or later. Okay, this is done that way. Oops, throwing them on the floor now. This and this are the same, but you'll see that this, dimensionally, they're totally different. That's because this is obviously a fabric that springs up more when it's in the fold, and it looks as if I've done 2 layers there. This is the same fabric as this one here, and it lays flatter. It's got a lovely sheen to it, but not like a satin sheen. So it's more of a dull type of sheen, a matte sheen, if there is such a word. And I've just put around here a bit of, it's actually net curtain, and I've cut it, you know, just to make it a bit shabby looking. I put that lovely bling centre in. I got that off eBay. This is one I made yesterday. This fabric here at the bottom was part of a vintage doll dress. It's from the 1950s, or the 1950s, 1940s, 1930s, I'm not sure which. And I had it on a doll of mine some years ago, but it was getting rather tatty looking, so I decided at last to cut it up. You know, I was a bit nervous about cutting it up because I don't like cutting truly vintage items up, but it was getting tatty, as I said, so it's been cut up, and it's made of beautiful trims. It's all ruched, lovely. So I did gather that on a running thread, and this is, I took this off a larger doily, a square doily, so I just cut that piece out there, that medallion, and that's a vintage clip earring that I got from a second-hand shop. I think I paid $7 for the pair. So lovely amber stone in there, and I love the design. It's just like a whirly gig, so it suits that. That will probably be going into the album, the last pages, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, this is another of these 5-petaled ones. They can look very elegant. This one I think is done in the white. Now you probably won't pick up the difference. I don't think. I can pick up the difference under the light. This is a white chiffon that was also a curtain, a door curtain, and this is the ivory. But there's not a lot of difference in it, but you can see it with the naked eye, so to speak. But probably the camera won't pick it up. This was the first time I've ever done this particular one, a few days ago, and it was one of those things where you cut out a strip of fabric. It's done in the cream or the ivory chiffon again. You cut out a strip, you fold it over, and then you stitch it sort of like you start there and you go into a V shape all the way along, and then you start ruching it up, and you could make a nice trim out of it. It comes into this lovely ruche trim, but if you pull it really tightly together, then you can make it into a flower. So the centre of this is a again, it's a clip, vintage clip earring, and that was got from an op shop, thrift shop, charity shop, whatever you want to call it. Very pretty again. I just take the backs off them. I think probably I paid about $1.50 for the pair in that one. And last but not least, this again is this fabric here from the vintage doll dress, but instead of doing it that, I've done it into the 5-petal flower. And you can see, because it's a different kind of fabric, it's like a sort of an organza or a chiffon, or It's probably a rayon or something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's you can see the difference. This one comes out a lot puffier, even though it's made the same. And that I just put a little bit of that net fabric on from that curtain, which was in this one. I had tea dyed that, by the way. It was a very big that curtain, that net curtain. It was a brilliant white, so I tea dyed it. Just dipped it in and got a really pale colour. And that again has got a whole large pearl in it. And they're all finished off at the back with felt circles. So that's my variety of little handmade flowers that I've made a lot more, of course, but a lot of them have gone into the album. So, and this one I'm just going to find the correct centre to put in that one. And I was really pleased about that. So you can see I have actually been busy. This one here, I've got to cut some of these frayed bits off because they've got too long. So it looks quite shabby chic-ish. At the same time, it looks quite an elegant flower. You do have to fuss around with this to try and find the centre that you want, because I did find a centre point and I didn't like the look of it, so I've fussed around with it a bit more until I found the centre point I wanted. But if you want me to do a tutorial on any of those, I'm sure there are tutorials on all of these. Sometimes they're a little bit difficult to find, especially that one, not done a lot. I think Fiona Jennings does this one. Fiona Jennings certainly does the rolled one, but she's got a huge amount of videos on her list, because I was looking for a certain something, a pearl embellishment that she makes up of several different pearls, and I was looking for it, and I think I scrolled through for a good 20 minutes, I think, and I still could not get to that one. There was still a lot of videos below, so I just gave up in the end. Hopefully I'll find it. Maybe I'll come across it accidentally one day. I should have saved it when I saw it months ago. But yes, she has a lot. But yes, I don't know whether she does this one. She probably does, but I don't know. But she certainly does. Which one? She does these rolled ones. Not rolled ones. Sorry, these running stitch ones. That's a single layer. I've doubled the fabric over in that one, so that's why it's so puffy. Okay, gonna say goodbye for now. See you later. Ta-ra!